Hello, this is David Burton with the Greene County Extension Center in Springfield, Missouri. How well do you know your neighbor? Who is my neighbor? Well, I'd like to suggest that your immediate neighbors, the ones that adjoin your property or your apartment, are the ones that I'm talking about for this program. Something that we're calling the art of neighboring. Now, you'll find some information on our website and a chart that you can use to help you better track and remember the names of your neighbors and contact information for them. And let me tell you why this is so important. Only 3% of Americans can say yes or answer affirmative these three questions. Do you know the names of your adjoining neighbors? Do you know a fact about your adjoining neighbors? Have you spoken to your neighbors in the last month? Only 3% of Americans can answer in the affirmative to those three questions. We have a neighboring crisis. We'd like to suggest that the art of neighboring is important for you personally in terms of contacts, but also important for our communities. I can think of one instance where a yard had grown up, the grass was over 2 feet tall, and some neighbors called the city to report the overgrown yard. The house was ticketed, and eventually the city actually came and mowed the yard and charged the neighbor. But what the neighbors didn't know was anything about the person living there. The person living there was a single mother whose mom was terminally ill, and she was taking care of her terminally ill mother. The height or the mowing of that yard was honestly the least of her concerns. Now, how would that have played out differently if the neighbors had been acquainted, if there had been a sense of neighboring in that area, if they had been practicing this art of neighboring? How might that have played out differently? Well, maybe instead of calling the city to complain and report the person, neighbors would get together and have mowed the yard. That would be a better solution in terms of neighboring, and it'd also be better for the city in terms of resources had to be committed toward taking care of that overgrown yard. That's one example that the art of neighboring gives us as a benefit, but there are also safety concerns. There are personal development, family concerns as well. Americans are living in an age of isolation. Put down the smartphone. Those aren't real relationships, and get acquainted with your neighbors. You can see our website for a chart that you can print out that maybe will aid you in keeping track of who your neighbors are and learning their names at least. And then I would like to encourage you to go one step further. Plan a block party with those neighbors. Maybe it's just cookies and conversation. Everybody bring their favorite cookies and lawn chairs and visit. Maybe you do more of a cookout. Maybe it's some other type of activity. Maybe all your neighbors might not even attend. But at least the ones that do, let's start developing that sense of neighborliness and understanding of each other. And it has multiple benefits. The art of neighboring. It's a great community development concept, something that doesn't require government involvement, something you can do yourself, and something that you will benefit from personally as well. So more information on our website, and if you'd like to know even more, we can do a neighborhood type of program or even an Excel leadership program in your community to help with this concept on the art of neighboring. Again, I'm David Burton, the Greene County Extension Center. Contact us for more information.